Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this thing on? All right, and we're alive. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Mastermind Conversations. I'm your host, DP Jeter, and I'm super excited to bring this conversation to, let's see, we're live on Facebook right now. What's up, Facebook? We're live on YouTube. What's up, YouTube? And we're also live on Twitter. So, what I want you to do is go ahead and share this with 5 people and comment done. Share this with 5 people and comment done. People you want to inspire, business owners that you know, entrepreneurs that you know, people in your life that you truly love. Let's go ahead and get the word out and get some people here. So each and every Friday around 12 o'clock, you will catch Mastermind Conversations live right here on Facebook, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Okay. So this is a series that I've been doing for several months now on Instagram. We always get amazing reviews, always get great feedback. People in the comments have always said that the show has been really inspiring, that it's been very informative, very motivating, and that they always leave with new information. And so I said, well, hey, let's not keep it just for Instagram. Let's go ahead and spread this over to my other communities and the other networks and people that I know on the other platforms. So here we are. So give me a moment as I set up in just a 1 second. I'm going to share this. As you share, I'm sharing as well. So thank you so much for sharing this for me. And then our conversation today, I'm going to get right into it in just a minute. In just a quick minute, we're going to hop right into the discussion for today. All right. So, Mastermind Conversations is all about topics centered around entrepreneurship and business that is going to help you scale your business to the next level. At Meetup to Millions Mastermind, we focus in on 6 key areas to scale and grow your business. And that is mindset, marketing, branding, sales, systems, and funding. These are the 6 areas that any business needs in order to get to the next level. The next level might look like you hitting 6 figures, 7 or 8 figures. It might look like you being able to hire staff into your business so that you can work on your business rather than in your business. It also might look like you wanting to set the business up to sell the business, right? Or build the business at least to sell. It also looks like you just making more space for yourself, more freedom. You know, a lot of us go into business to create more freedom for ourselves, whether that's financial freedom, time freedom, location freedom, So the Mastermind Conversations is hosted by me, DP Jeter, and sometimes I also bring on other guests as well that are experts in those 6 areas that I just mentioned. But today it will just be me. So thank you again for hopping in. Thank you for checking out Mastermind Conversations. This is our first Friday live. So go ahead and share this with 5 people and comment done. And I thank you in advance for doing that. So today is going to be really, really exciting. It's going to be a mixture of like me telling you a story and also me giving you some amazing takeaways that you are going to be able to think on, ponder about, information that you can add into you growing your business and whatever that business is. So do me a favor, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know your name. Well, it's going to show your name. But let me know your business. What is your business? What's the website? What does your business do? Let's get some networking here, right here in the comments. You can go ahead and drop a comment. But I have a question for you, okay? This is a question that all entrepreneurs need to be thinking about, no matter your age, right? So when you are an employee, you have a retirement plan. You have benefits in a retirement fund that you are investing in, that your employer has helped you set up, and that you pay into each pay period. That is a retirement benefit and something that is a benefit to being an employee. But when you're not an employee and you're an entrepreneur, you're a founder, you're an owner of your own business, you have to also think about what that retirement, quote unquote, retirement is going to look like. But we can also call that succession planning, right? So succession planning is a conversation that we need to have more in the business and entrepreneurship community. So what I want to ask you first is, do you want to A, retire from your business eventually, or B, you're just going to work your business, you're just going to keep working your business until you can't work no more, until the end, until you die? Do you want to retire from your business, or do you want to just keep running your business for forever? So that's my first question. And my second question for you is, have you thought about succession planning? Have you thought about what that next phase of business is going to look like? It's very important for service providers to think about succession planning. So those might be nail salons, hair care professionals, people who are maybe plumbers or electricians. You might have an event business. You may be an artist who paints. You might draw. You might dance. When we run a business that is labor intensive, right, at some point in time, you might not be, you might not have the mobility to be able to run that business. What is your succession plan, and what are you going to do, right? How are you still going to be able to create a livelihood, sustain that for yourself and for your family? So I want you to start to think about that. And that's what this conversation is going to be all about today on Mastermind Conversations. We're really going to be talking about succession planning, but I'm going to tell you a really, really great story. So if you're here, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know that you're here as I continue to just get it done, right? As we continue to move through the conversation. So last weekend, what's up? I see y'all. So about a week ago, I got my hands on a book. No, actually, this is 2 weeks ago now. I got my hands on a book called Built to Sell. It's by a guy named John. His last name starts with a W, and I actually tagged it in the comment section of this actual video. So you'll be able to see it. My business partner, shout outs to Charles Lair, he actually recommended this book to me, and I fell in love with the book. So much so that I ended up finishing it in 1 weekend. Built to Sell. This book it gave a case study and a story around a marketing company who were able to scale their business with one service, and then the owner was able to sell the business for $5 million. That is an example of a succession plan. This book really changed me, right? Because I would think about like what I'm going to do next, the future of my business, and the future just of my life. Me personally, I do not want to work for the rest of my life. I do not want to work for a very long time, right? I want to be able to retire, and probably retire younger than the traditional ages, but still be able to sustain a livelihood for my business. For my life, sustain my life, I want to travel the world. I want to start a family, and I want to enjoy my life. It's so many other gifts and talents and skills that I do have. And so just running and operating a business every single day for the rest of my life. I love business, but I know that there's so much more to life to enjoy. So I began to think, like, what am I going to do? Like, of course, I want to start more companies, but I do not want to be the operator of those companies. I do not want to be the management of those companies. I simply want to be the billionaire owner of those companies. So this book really gave me such great insight on opportunity of what I actually can do with my business, which is sell the business, right? So I'm like, oh, I love that idea. So when we think about selling a business, right, a business is an asset, y'all. And when we go into business, when we create a company, right, this is not just a passion project. We're not just doing these things because, oh, I enjoyed them. They might start out at a passion project, but honestly, when you are creating a business, you have to power through and create something that is super, super sustainable, right? Something that you cannot be emotionally attached to, because at any point in time, something can happen, right? Like Steve Jobs in Apple, or even with the owner of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg, how he got voted out of his own company, right? It's a company, it's a business. It's not, as much as we build these companies around us, ultimately they are not us. It's just something that we do with our time and with our lives. So with all that being said, this book talks about the importance of building a business that is built to sell. This is the mindset of a billionaire mindsets, right? So a lot of us have conversations around, I need to get more customers in the door. I need to get more patrons. I want to sell more things. I need to get more people here. But honestly, billionaires are having conversations about, or even multimillionaires having conversations about, I need to have an investor. I want to meet with an investor. Like, they're talking about selling businesses, where we're talking about getting more clients in the door. They're talking about how to get somebody to buy the business, or what business can I buy? That's a mindset. That is a growth mindset. And that is a mindset of somebody who is on their way to millions, if not already a millionaire. They're talking about selling companies. So think about it. Think about Jay-Z and Tidal. He was able to create Tidal and sell it. And some of us got kind of emotional about, like, oh, why would Jay-Z sell his business? And it's a business move. He made so much money from selling Tidal. He's already a billionaire. And now you take that investment and you go do something else with it, right? These are chess moves. So Build to Sell opened me up so much. And I said, wow, I need to focus on building my business to sell it, right? So yes, I'm scaling. And at first the scaling was like, all right, let's scale to 8 figures. That's cool, right? We get to 8 figures, but then what's next, right? The next thing is really scaling the business to sell the business. So that book, I highly recommend that you get that book. I did create a link. The link is right there in the description of this video. So make sure you check it out and let me know what you think. But I actually breezed through it through one weekend, and I was like, okay, now I'm on a mission to scale this business to sell. So I said, I need to find me a mentor or a coach who can help me get to this level, who can help me reach this goal. So I ended up going to an awesome networking event at a professional networking group called BNI, which is a international business networking. I think that's what BNI stand for, Business Networking International. Amazing group. This is the group that you have to be invited to. It's invite only. And I'm pretty sure you could probably apply, but it's kind of like who you know and who knows you type of thing. And so when I was invited to this, the cool thing about BNI is they have multiple chapters. I mean, they have thousands of chapters across the world. And within the chapters, for example, I was at the South Beach, Miami chapter. Well, there's only one person in each industry is welcomed into the chapter. So that means that there will be no direct competition from your industry within the chapter, because one of the big purposes of this networking group is to provide referrals for your colleagues, right? So you are actively bringing referrals to the table for those who are a part of your chapter, in the hopes that all people are continuing to grow their business with new business. And there's nobody who represents a public relation agency at BNI South Beach, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So I went to this meeting. First of all, it was 7:30 in the morning. So sister girl had to get up at like 5:30, which is no problem, because I'm a part of the 5 a.m. club. And I got pretty. I went down to South Beach, which is like 15 minutes from my house. And when I got there, it was a great room. Okay, we're back. Just had a little minor interruption. So yes, I was the only woman. Let me plug into my computer. Just have to make sure this laptop is plugged in. Here we are. Thank you for your patience. Okay, so yes, fast forward, I was the only Black woman represented in that room. And it actually wasn't even a lot of women there either. There was just a few. So the room was filled with a bunch of business owners, but majority of them were men who did not look like me. And Miami has a strong Latina presence, a Latina community. So there were a lot of Latinas in the room as well. So I was able to get up, introduce myself, and y'all know me, I got my 30-second elevator pitch down pat. So I got up and I already done wild and stole the room because they were so impressed with how I communicated my business and myself, introduced myself. And throughout the meeting, people went around and introduced themselves, and you also could share what you're in need of. So you might share a resource that you're looking for, something that you need for your business at the moment, and also what you can offer another person. So as people stood up and gave their overviews of themselves and their different needs, they also then said, I have a referral for Bob. I have a referral for Tina. I have a referral for Lisa. I have a referral for Catherine. I have a referral for Andrew, which is awesome, right? So this is a community that's about, one, they prioritize relationships, two, and they prioritize helping their fellow neighbors and their fellow business community win. Because if the business community win, like if I win a business, the business community win, right? And so we need more thriving. We need all businesses to. My apologies for this internet connection, but thank you for staying on. Okay. So yeah, their whole purpose is to be able to build the business community. And I love that about this group. So I was able to network extremely well in this group. They loved my presentation. They actually invited me to join the South Beach chapter, which I'm probably going to go ahead and do so because, I mean, why not? They don't have a public relations person. I mean, baby, that's me. I'm the public relations agency now representing. So that would be completely awesome. I mean, you have opportunity to do business internally, but then also they bring you business opportunity as well. So I was able to stand up and say, hey, I'm scaling my business and I'm looking for a coach or a mentor who can help me build this business to sell it for $20 million. And I was clear about what I wanted. I communicated it with confidence, and I was able to walk out of that room with a potential. So I exchanged business cards with a lot of people. And this was, so I read the book, right? All right. So that was on the weekend. Monday. So Monday came, all that was done. I'm like moving forward, moving pieces of my business, taking advice from the book, executing what I learned. Thursday of that week, which was a week ago, Thursday was the networking event with BNI. And then this week, Wednesday, I had an initial follow-up meeting with a coach that I did meet at BNI, who is also a CEO coach. And it was a wonderful conversation. I mean, being able to network in a room that does not look like me was different. And I will say that it was, I don't get a lot of opportunity like that, so, but being in such a diverse city now, Miami is extremely diverse. I'm able to do that more often than, when I'm in Philadelphia or when I'm in Atlanta, which is more majority Black cities or super segregated cities, if I'm just going to be honest. But, being here in Miami, you get a little bit more blended, vibes. And so that was completely eye-opening. And just the way that they conducted business, they have leadership within the organization, they have an agenda. Everybody shows up on time, extremely professional, established business owners. And so it was just such a great opportunity that I walked away full with so much. So fast forward to this Wednesday, I was able to follow up with one of the contacts, the CEO coach, and that conversation went extremely well too. So the CEO coach, he has coached various businesses. He's coached a lot of startups right now, and he has sold about 10 businesses himself. I don't know how much he sold them for, but he has already sold companies. And I was happy that I walked out of that meeting on Wednesday extremely happy, very proud of myself because I was able to have a very high level conversation When I say high level, I mean that we had a 7 and 8 figure conversation. And that's one of the first takeaways that I want you to take from this talk today. You should strive daily to have 6, 7, and 8 figure conversations. Nowadays, I'm striving even more to have 7 and 8 figure conversations because 6 is already done. So now it's 7 and 8. And that conversation looked like me being able to intelligently share the numbers in my business, not what does your business do? What are the goals of your business? What is the mission and vision? No. What are the numbers in your business? What are the KPIs? What is the monthly revenue? What is the projected revenue next year? How much do you want to sell the business for? Why do you want to sell the business for this much? Those are high level conversations. He was then so impressed with me. He said, you have something special going on here. And I don't talk to many people like you who are ready to go. And he said, I believe that you and I can join forces and we can get this done. And he was thinking way quicker than I was. I'm thinking like, all right, 3 to 4 years. He's like, in a year, I believe you could do that. And one of the biggest questions he asked was, well, why do you want to sell your business? You know, what makes you want to do that? And he said, I'm pretty sure you've experienced a lot of burnout. And if you're a business owner and you understand what that feels like, I need you to go ahead and write a comment. I apologize for the in and out. Okay, so we're back. So I was saying, yeah, so he was just talking about how he just doesn't have the types of businesses that he's encountering are not all established, right? This is a conversation of an established business, right? And so those daily conversations of 6, 7, and 8 figures is bound to take you to new levels, right? So I want you to think about the last 5 people that you talked to in your phone. And if those people are there that are like, were the conversations empowering and enriching conversations that's going to grow the goals that you have for your business? Or is these just casual conversations that doesn't have anything to do with it? And I'm not saying that personal is not important and that casual is not important, but when you have a goal, that's so big, that's so much bigger than you, that takes another level of focus and sacrifice. And I have been in a year of sacrifice, but it's been so empowering to see the levels that I've been able to come to, right? So I want you to think about what it looks like for you and your business as you go forward, right? As you continue to run your business, but I don't want you to always just be in the operating chair of your business, right? You should transition from being a owner to just a founder, right? A CEO actually has a job. The CEO and COO actually work the business every day. So what I've decided with this coach, and I decided to go ahead and retain him. And he told me his prices, and I said we're gonna make it happen. And he said, I think let's go ahead and do something for 3 months. So I were able to retain this CEO coach who is going to be a one-on-one coach for me, where we meet every single week for 60 minutes a week, and we strategize on the plan to build this business in order to sell it for 20 million. So in order to sell a business for 20 million, you have to show and prove that the business has revenue or promising revenue for at least half of that, right? So that means that the business just can't be $1 million business. It has to be a multi-million-dollar business, which means that we probably got to get the revenue up to 10 million. And then we could talk about, having that trajectory of what that looks like. But in order to scale a business and to sell it, right? Not just scale it, but to build the business to sell, you have to have at least one product or service that is scalable. And that is what the book teaches. So I need you to go ahead and get the book. The link is in my bio. It's called Built to Sell. Having that one service or product to scale. Sometimes we do a lot of things. Sometimes we feel like we have to do everything, right? A whole laundry list of services. You selling multiple products, and what happens is you stretch yourself too thin, and then you can't really create consistency in your income, and you can't create a consistency even in your work product or your flow, because you have this service, you have service A, B, C, and D, and A, B, C, and D might be done different ways, so there's no flow there. This customer comes in, they buy option A, this customer buy option B, this customer buy option C. By the time you done sold everything, you're like super. How do I continue to manage these processes, right? And so for each product in your business, right? Say you have one product that you absolutely know that you've identified this product. This is your scalable product because one, you've already made money selling this product or service. Two, you can teach somebody else how to manage the process to deliver this product or service. And three, you can remove yourself from it, right? So the people in your business, the people who work for you, your operating team, your management team, can execute this process without you. Four, you have a sales team in place who can sell this product for you, right? So those are the levels to determine, do I have a product that is sellable, scalable? So I want you to write in the comments if you have identified a product in your business that is actually scalable. It is best to build a business that can actually be sold, right? That is the true like sign and just green light definition of a highly successful entrepreneur and business owner, someone who has built something so well that you can sell it. But again, that decision is ultimately up to you. Either way, when you're scaling a business to 8 figures, you have to build it in a way that it can be sold. Okay. These are 7 figure and 8 figure conversations that we're having every single day. I mean, daily, I'm seeking out these conversations. And I'm so grateful that I've been able to identify people in my networks who I actually am on texting and phone status with. So I can call them at any point in time. I can text them at any point in time, and we can rock out and just have these thought-provoking conversations about being a highly successful business owners. Listen, guys, I want you to not just be a business operator or a small business. Like, we want to move your business to the next level. And that's what Meet Up to Millions Miami Mastermind is all about. That's why I went into starting this mastermind, because I've invested in so many masterminds over the last 2 years. I would probably still be in the same place that I was in pre-pandemic, which was burnt out. My income was inconsistent, and I didn't know where my next customer was coming from. Joining a mastermind has been able to transition all of those things. I no longer have any of those issues, and I was able to next level my network. I was able to connect myself, my mind, and all the value that I bring to the table with a community of people who are going in the same direction as me. So a lot of people are like super cheap and super like, I can't afford to join a mastermind, or you can't afford not to. You can't afford not to. You may continue to struggle while operating your business, and that's not fun. Take it from me. 13 years a entrepreneur. I've been in the game. I started at 19. I've been in business ever since. 4. That struggle life, you do not want to have it. I want you to have that opportunity, right? And I created that space for you. So Meet Up to Millions, Miami Mastermind, our whole mission is to scale your business to 6, 7, and 8 figures, to connect you with like-minded community members who are going in the same direction as you, and to put those systems in place into your business that will automate your business, that will free your mind up to think big thoughts like these, right? And if I didn't have these systems in place, the mindset, the marketing, the branding, the sales systems, and the funding, then I wouldn't be able to talk this high level conversation with you today. So what I want you to do is go ahead and check out the website. Meet Up to Millions Miami Mastermind is right here on the screen. It's scrolling. I need you to click through, read everything, and apply. I need you to apply today because it is September 29th through October 1st. We mastermind all year and we do 3 in person. This is my very last mastermind, right? So I need you, if you're serious and not curious, I need you to go ahead and take action and figure out these same things that you need for your business. The only thing is, we're literally just going to give you the information and show you how it's done. Like, and that's the cool thing about being inside of a mastermind too. You get those cheat codes as well, right? So I need you to go ahead and take action. Let me put the website back up here for you, right? Go ahead and apply today. Join my business mastermind. Let's have these 7 and 8 figure conversations. Let's prepare your business for the next level and understand that you do not have to do it alone. Okay. So this has been another great episode of Mastermind Conversations. I love Mastermind Conversations, and I look forward to bringing these to you more. If you have comments, if you have questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments for sure. But definitely, these are the major takeaways, and I'm going to recap. The major takeaways is number 1, go ahead and download, get the book. You can get it, the Audible, you can get the paper. Paperback book, the hard book, whatever you need. The link is right here in the description. Number 2, the second takeaway that I have for you is get a coach, get a mentor, get something, invest in somebody who can take the goal that you have and actualize that goal so you can take it to the next level. Right. And the third takeaway that I have for you is I need you to go ahead to meetuptomillionsmastermind.com. I need you to check it out. And if you're curious, if you're serious, not curious, go ahead and apply and join us in Miami in person, September 29th to October 1st. And let's scale your business to 7 in eight figures together. You can follow me on Instagram at DP Jeter. I'm super active there. And I'm also on Twitter at DP Jeter. But this has been great. I look forward to hearing from you. Mastermind Conversations. And we're out. Peace.